Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to read an article entitled Regional Consensus Needed for a Free and Open Indo Pacific. The main protagonists behind the Free and Open Indo Pacific or FOIP concept are continuing diplomatic efforts to crystallize a strategy for its realization. But there is no consensus of what the concept will cover, nor is it clear what kind of structure are needed for its implementation, rather than remain non-committal. ASEAN and other states should engage with the VOIP concept to contribute to its sculpting and achieve a more inclusive regional order. India, Japan, and the United States held their first trilateral meeting, coined the J grouping, on the sidelines of the December 2018 G20 summit in the Buenos Aires. The leaders of the three countries agreed that a free, open, and inclusive and rule-based order is essential for the Indo-Pacific peace and prosperity. The United States emphasized the power dynamic underlying the FOIP, while Japan highlighted its economic potential. To Japan, the FOIP is open to all countries that observe the rule of law, freedom of navigation, and relevant standards of transparency and sustainable development. While stressing that no one is excluded, the United States aspires to a regional order of independent nations of the Indo-Pacific that defends its populations, respects human dignity, competes fairly in the marketplace, and is free from great power domination. Given U.S. criticism or suspicions of China in most of these areas, it may not be easy for China to be part of the FOIP even if Beijing wished to be included. The GAI grouping is shaped up to play a key role in Indian foreign policy. India proposed the three countries synergize their infrastructure project and other efforts in the region. Tokyo and New Delhi have already agreed to deepen naval and maritime security cooperation and collaborate on infrastructure in third countries, including Myanmar, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka, to engage strategic connectivity in the Indo-Pacific. Assuring all countries that the FOIP will be open and inclusive, Prime Minister Narendra Modi articulated 5 areas for greater cooperation and advancement that would serve the common interest of promoting peace and prosperity in the Indo-Pacific: connectivity, sustainable development, maritime security, disaster relief, and freedom of navigation. Modi also underlined the importance of building consensus on a regional architecture based on principles of mutual benefit and respect for sovereignty and territorial integrity. While stakeholders have a broad agreement on the FOIP principles, what needs to be discussed next is their implementation. Without addressing the question of implementation and lacking clarity on the specifics, countries in the region, including ASEAN, will continue to remain hesitant to embrace the FOIP concept. ASEAN member states show different levels of skepticism about the FOIP. The Philippines and Cambodia were initially the most reluctant to discuss the initiative within the ASEAN framework, fearing it might hurt ASEAN centrality. While Laos and Brunei and Myanmar were silent, they became more receptive to discuss as more information became available. Indonesia, Vietnam, Thailand, Singapore, and Malaysia seems to be supportive of the initiative, although each of them would like to shape it according to their respective strategic interests. Washington and New Delhi frequently reiterate the ASEAN centrality is key to the FOIP as it embodies regional, inclusively, and multilateral trade. ASEAN already has a set of interlinking regional mechanisms such as the East Asia Summit, ASEAN Regional Forums, and ASEAN Defense Minister Meeting Plus, designed to engage major powers and neighboring countries. The FOIP framework should make use of the existing mechanism to ensure that the region has complementary rather than competing mechanisms. For instance, ASEAN can engage its ASEAN Maritime Forum to complement efforts by the Indian Ocean RIM associations and the Indian Ocean Naval Symposium. ASEAN can also engage BIMSTEC as an economic subgrouping in the Bay of Bengal, involving Bangladesh, India, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Nepal, and Bhutan, especially since two of the BIMSTEC members, Myanmar and Thailand, are also members of ASEAN. BIMSTEC's connectivity project in the Bay of Bengal region would greatly benefit from ASEAN's involvement. To get ASEAN on board with the FOIP concept, it is essential to the grouping plays a role in defining the evolving regional security architecture. Indonesia has been the most active among ASEAN member states in articulating its version of the FOIP and is finalizing ASEAN concept paper on the Indo Pacific. Although the concept paper is still being drawn up, ASEAN diplomats have alerted dialogue partners that the ASEAN framework will not toe the line and the US is inspired strategy despite some overlap on key principles. It will be inclusive and not aimed at any particular power. It will also come with practical measures and action plans. ASEAN aims to synergize elements of Washington's, Tokyo, and New Delhi concept with ASEAN-led projects concerning infrastructure development, governance, and maritime cooperation. As different states have different understanding of the FOIP, it is critical to ensure that the concept does not create misunderstanding. So that's all the article. Bye bye and see you on my next video. Bye.